Before we dive into the main topic, please take a moment to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this podcast, and leave a comment to support the channel. Your engagement truly helps.
It really does. It helps us keep the lights on and these deep dives coming.
So I want to start today by, setting a scene. We've all been there. You're sitting in a cafe. Maybe you're people watching with a friend who speaks English.
Mm-hmm.
You see someone walk in, someone interesting, someone distinctive, and you want to describe them.
Naturally, we categorize what we see. It's just human.
Exactly. But here's the problem for the language learner. You want to say more than just that man's tall or that woman has brown hair.
Right. Those are the basics. They're factual, sure, but they're boring.
They don't capture the vibe at all. And then there's the other side of it. You try to be descriptive and you accidentally, put your foot in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
You say, look at that skinny guy, when what you meant was slim. Or you say, look at that fat man, when you meant, well, something much more polite.
That is the trap. The gap between a basic description and, social suicide in English is surprisingly small. One wrong adjective and you've insulted someone.
Today, we are bridging that exact gap. We're doing a deep dive into a guide from our source deck, and it's just titled 21.pdf.
I know, it sounds like a tax form, doesn't it?
It really does. But it's actually a masterclass in the art of the portrait. It's a guide designed to take your English from that intermediate B1 level where you're just getting by up to a B2 or even B2 plus mastery.
And the mission of this text, really, it boils down to two core concepts: precision and etiquette.
Precision and etiquette. Okay, let's unpack that.
Sure. So at a B1 level, you're basically pointing and labeling, nose, hair, big, small. You get the point across, but it's blunt.
Very blunt.
But when you get to B2 plus egger, you're painting a mental image. You need to distinguish between a crew cut and just short hair. You need to know why auburn isn't the same as red.
And the etiquette part.
That's knowing how to describe a person without getting a drink thrown in your face. It's understanding the emotional weight of these words.
That's the real test. So our goal today is to give you, the listener, the toolkit to describe someone so accurately a sketch artist could draw them, but so politely you could say it to their face.
It's a high bar, but I think we can get there.
Let's start at the top then and work our way down. Head, hair, and face.
The source jumps right in with texture. And this is a place where I see learners make mistakes constantly. They treat not straight as a single category.
Right. You've got straight hair, simple enough. But then you have wavy and you have curly.
And they're not synonyms. They're not the same thing at all.
How do you visualize that difference?
I think of wavy as a gentle S shape. Like the ocean, it has movement, but it's kind of flat. Curly, on the other hand, implies spirals, loops, actual springs. It has volume.
Precision really matters there. Now, speaking of cuts, the source brings up a specific style for men that I hadn't thought about as a vocabulary term, but it's everywhere. The crew cut.
Yes. This is a great term. A crew cut isn't just short. If you say he has short hair, that could be anything.
It could be anything.
But crew cut is specific. It's military inspired. Very short on the sides, maybe a tiny bit longer on top.
Right. It's a very clean, disciplined look. It paints a bit of a personality, too.
It does. You don't imagine a bohemian artist with a crew cut.
Yeah.
Now, on the other end of the hair spectrum, the text deals with aging. We have bald, straightforward. But then there's this great phrase, receding hair.
Receding. It sounds active. Like the hair's in the process of retreating right now.
That's exactly it. It describes that stage where the forehead is getting higher. He isn't bald yet, but the hairline is moving back. It captures a moment in time.
It's dynamic.
It is. And the source connects this to color changes with a line I thought was really evocative. It says, he used to have black hair, but now it's gone gray, almost white.
Oh, I love the phrasing gone gray. It's not just static. It tells a story. It frames it as a process, a journey.
It adds a narrative. And speaking of color, this is where English really shows off. The source brings up ginger-haired and red-haired,
which are often used interchangeably.
They are, though ginger can sometimes have a slightly more playful, or depending on where you are, maybe a teasing tone. Red-haired is more neutral.
But then we get to the really sophisticated one. The source highlights the word auburn.
Auburn. It just sounds classy, doesn't it?
It really does, but what is it exactly?
The text defines it specifically as red-brown. It's that rich autumn leaf color. Not bright orange, not dark brunette, but that warm mix in the middle.
Using a word like auburn is such a clear signal you're at that B2 plus level. It shows you see nuance.
Absolutely. Now, there's a section here that I know confuses a lot of people. The terms fair and dark.
Oh, the fair trap. This is a classic.
It is, because fair and dark are chameleons. They change meaning depending on what they're attached to.
Right, so if I say she has fair hair, I mean she's blonde or light brown.
Correct. But if you say she has a fair complexion, you're talking about her skin tone light or pale skin. You can have dark hair and a fair complexion.
Like Snow White.
Exactly. And dark works the same way. Dark hair, dark complexion, you've got to be careful not to mix them up.
Speaking of skin, the text brings up the classic summer goal, to get a tan.
The holiday mission, your skin getting darker from the sun, generally seen as a positive thing, looking healthy.
But the text immediately drops a warning. The flip side of the tan.
Sunburnt.
The painful reality.
It's a crucial distinction. Tanned is bronze and glowing. Sunburnt is red, peeling, and painful. If you tell someone they look sunburnt, you're not giving them a compliment.
No, you're basically saying, ouch, you forgot the sunscreen.
Exactly. Precision is kindness.
Okay, let's move to face shape. The text contrasts a thin face with a round face.
Pretty standard. But then it throws in chubby face.
Chubby. I always associate that word with babies. Cute, chubby cheeks.
And that's the primary association. Softness, a bit of extra flesh. On an adult, it can be tricky. It can mean they look a bit young for their age.
But it's softer than fat-faced, which would be incredibly rude.
Oh, absolutely. Chubby can even be affectionate, but you have to be careful.
Good point.
Yeah.
And then you have the details on the skin. Freckles.
Those small brown spots from the sun.
And wrinkles.
The lines of experience. And the source links wrinkles back to that man with the receding hair. It's building a whole composite image of aging.
And we can't forget facial hair. Beard and mustache.
The classics. A beard can completely change a face shape.
Okay, we have painted the head. Now we move down. And this is the danger zone.
The etiquette minefield.
We are talking about build and weight.
And this is where the text becomes a guide on manners just as much as on vocabulary. Because if the only word you know for someone who is heavy is fat, you're in trouble.
The text is very clear on this. It says, fat may sound impolite.
Which is a very polite British way of saying, it's rude, don't say it. In most contexts, it's just an insult.
So what does the text suggest for that B2 level of politeness?
Well, we have a spectrum. On the old school but polite side, you've got plump and stout.
Stout. That feels very 19th century literature to me. The stout innkeeper.
It does have a vintage feel, but it's still understood. It implies broad, heavy, solid. Plump is a bit softer, rounder.
And what if you just want to state the reality without judgment?
The text suggests a bit overweight.
A bit. Those two words are doing a lot of work there.
All the work. It softens the blow. Overweight is factual. A bit makes it an observation, not a condemnation. It's probably the safest phrase.
And then there's the medical term, obese.
And the text is very clear. Use this for medical contexts only.
So not at a party.
Definitely not at a party. It sounds clinical, dehumanizing. Keep it in the doctor's office.
Now, what about people who are big, but it's all muscle?
Right. You wouldn't call them plump. For them, the text gives us stocky. Stocky. I like that. It sounds solid, like a block of wood.
That's the idea. Broad, solid, not necessarily tall. Think of a rugby player. They're stocky.
Or well-built.
Well-built and muscular. Those are compliments. They imply you worked for that body.
Let's flip the scale. Let's talk about thinness. The text draws a really important line here between positive and negative words.
This is one of the most important takeaways. You have two words for low body fat, slim and skinny.
They sound similar.
But the feeling, the vibe is totally different.
Okay, walk us through it.
Slim is positive. You tell someone you look slim, you're saying they look healthy, fit, elegant. It's a compliment.
And skinny.
Skinny leans negative, implies too thin. It can
Ah.
suggest frailty, weakness, maybe that they look sick.
So my friend has been working out. I see them. I say, wow, you look slim.
They smile. They feel good.
But if I say, wow, you look skinny,
They might worry. Do I look unhealthy? It creates concern.
a huge difference in social impact. That's the B2 plus difference. It's not just knowing the word, it's knowing how it feels.
The text also mentions one more phrase for women. Nice figure.
Yes. It notes this is generally for women to describe an attractive shape. A bit traditional, but a classic compliment.
So we have the face, we have the body. Now let's zoom out to general appearance. The first impression.
And the text gives us this great contrast between two people. First, the smart and elegant woman.
Okay, we need to clarify smart here. In American English, smart is about intelligence.
Right. But in this context, smart means well-dressed, chic, professional, put together.
So a tailored suit, polished shoes, that's a smart look.
Exactly. It's about your clothes, not your brain. And then you have her husband, who is the opposite.
The scruffy husband.
Scruffy. Such a great word. It sounds like what it is.
It really does. It sounds rough.
Scruffy, untidy looking, messy looking. It implies a lack of grooming. Maybe his shirt's untucked, he hasn't shaved.
And it's not about money.
Yeah,
A billionaire can be scruffy.
precisely. It's about presentation and effort.
Now, attractiveness. The text throws out a really strong adjective. Stunning.
Stunning. This is a high voltage word. The example is, Chloe looked stunning in her red dress.
It's not just pretty, is it?
No, pretty is nice. It's pleasant. Stunning stops the conversation. It means overwhelmingly attractive. It literally stuns you.
And then the classic gender divide. Handsome for men, beautiful for women.
Generally, yes. And good looking is your solid, safe descriptor for anyone.
I really like the concept of the best feature.
Yes, this is a great strategy for compliments. Instead of a generic, you look good, you focus on the detail. Her eyes are her best feature.
It's more personal. It shows you're actually paying attention.
Exactly. It elevates the description from a label to an observation.
Now, this leads to a bit of a philosophical question in the text.
Right.
Do beautiful women always go for handsome men?
The age-old question.
And the text has a very firm opinion.
It does. The narrator says, I don't. I think personality matters most.
Personality matters most. It's a sweet message to find in a vocabulary guide.
It is. It's grounding. But then the text immediately follows that with a reality check.
Which is,
First impressions are always important.
so personality keeps the relationship, but appearance opens the door.
That's it. The first impression is the gatekeeper. That's why we learn scruffy and smart. Before you ever speak, people have already processed your appearance.
We judge the book by its cover, at least for the first 5 seconds.
We do. It's human nature. This vocabulary just helps you understand what you're judging.
Now, before we wrap, we have to talk about the language toolkit at the end. This is the secret weapon for sounding fluent.
Ah, the magic of the suffix-ish.
ISH.
This is the ultimate tool for approximation. It's a B2 plus superpower because it lets you be vague in a very native-sounding way.
How does it work?
Well, imagine that person across the cafe again. You're not sure how tall they are? A beginner might say, he is maybe tall? It sounds clumsy.
But a pro says,
He's tallish.
tallish. It's so casual.
It means kind of tall, or on the tall side. It gives you wiggle room. If you're wrong, you're not that wrong.
The text gives another example.
Yeah.
He has brownish hair.
Right. Is it light brown? Dark blonde? Who knows? It's brownish. It puts you in the right family without demanding total accuracy.
And the last one, which is maybe the most useful for politeness, age.
Oh, definitely. Guessing someone's age is a dangerous game.
The most dangerous game.
You say he's 40, and he's actually 32, you've just offended him.
So instead you say
He must be 30-ish, or he's in his 30s.
30-ish. That covers everything from, what, 28 to 38?
It's a safety net. It shows you're estimating, and it saves you from embarrassment.
I feel like Ish is the difference between sounding like a textbook and sounding like a real person. I'll see you at 6-ish.
It signals comfort with the language. You're bending it to fit reality. You sound relaxed.
So looking back, we've covered a lot. We've gone from the texture of hair to the minefield of weight descriptions.
We've learned that slim gets you a smile and skinny gets you a frown. That scruffy isn't about money.
And we've learned that while you can describe someone as stunning or stocky or elegant, the source reminds us that personality is what really matters.
Even if we can't help making those first impressions.
Which raises an interesting final thought for you to take away. We spend so much time learning how to describe the outside, the shell,
It's how our brains categorize the world.
but how much do those labels actually dictate your interactions? When you meet someone with a crew cut and a stern face, do you think you know who they are?
Are you able to look past the features, the wrinkles, the scruffiness to the person inside? It's worth thinking about. Are you seeing the auburn hair or are you seeing the human being?
Something to ponder the next time you're people watching in that cafe.
And trying out your new vocabulary.
Well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive. We hope you feel a little more smart and a little less scruffy with your English now.
And ready to use ish in your next conversation.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, and leave a comment to support the channel.